I was at the Rapeh plant medicine ceremony, and in today's video I will share my experience, the effects, the benefits, why you should do it, why you shouldn't do it, and how it was specifically for me. Rapeh is a shamanic snuff medicine. It is totally legal, at least in the European Union. It's made of tobacco powder and Amazonian different plants and trees and leaves. So it's totally natural, and in South America, where Rapeh comes from, it has a big tradition and healing with this sacred powder. The benefits of Rapeh includes releasing tension, just relaxation. It immediately focuses your mind because it allows you to go from your mind to your heart to just your soul, your being, and you finally can stop this storm of different thoughts in your head. It's also a cleansing ritual for your mind, body, and soul. It works also on a physical level by releasing different toxins, releasing inflammation and pains, and also on an energetic level it can release negative energy and blocks and make you feel more connected to the universe, to the source, and activating it and feeling that you're actually a soul, not just a human being. What is the process of Rapeh ceremony? Where I was, there is usually an introduction all about it. Then we also had some breathwork session and meditation to ground down, to calm ourselves, because it's still a bit of a stressful experience because you never know what awaits you during the Rapeh ceremony. Then was the actual Rapeh part, and it is sniffed into your nose with a specific tool. It's called blowpipe tepi. So it is blown to your one nostril and to another by the other person, the shaman or the one who just leads the ceremony. You are supposed to inhale, hold the breath, and then it's sniffed into your nose. While I was doing it, also the shaman, the person, was cleansing me with sound bowls and different sound elements, and with Palo Santo, and it felt like a special ritual. And in the end, the process should last from 5 to 30 minutes. You are not necessarily getting high, but you're just so focused on your being, not your thoughts, and you get also some body sensations. Here I will start talking maybe more about my personal experience. So it was my second time doing Rapeh. The first time I did it 2 years ago, and I didn't have that good experience. I remember for the first 5 minutes I was like so high, and my heart was open, and then I started getting some unpleasant physical sensations, also because I have a menstruation, and I really feel that was the thing, because when I have like menstruation, I rather not eat anything or do some weird things like Rapeh, for example, and I started getting these symptoms that are not as usual. I wasn't vomiting, but it's just very weird things in my belly happening. And so then I had 2-year pause because it was a sort of extreme experience for me. And now I saw again this opportunity. I knew the people who were leading this ceremony, and it was this time also connected with breathwork, cacao, and sound healing. So I thought it's amazing combination. As I came, I was pretty calm. I didn't overthink too much, and the breathwork meditation were amazing. But then started the part where one by one you go to the guide who is sniffing the powder into your nose, and it took quite a while, I think 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and so you're waiting until your turn, and I was one of the last ones, so I waited a long time, which meant that I had a very long time to overthink this whole process and get angry, get triggered, and again get happy and grateful for this opportunity. And it's also, for me, was a part of the experience exploring these thoughts. And yes, it was for me a bit hard to trust. I felt like I was battling two sides of me. One side that is like wants to control everything and wants to overthink and think of all possible scenarios and think how I will act and everything. Other part was like, chill, trust it. This is exactly what you need. Universe has your back. You have your angels around you. So it was very interesting noticing these two parts of me, because Rapeh is going out of your comfort zone into unknown. Even if you have experienced Rapeh before, you never know what will be your this time about, what will be the effect, the consequences. So it might be stressful even for experienced practitioner. When I finally had the guts to go and had my turn, I sat down and my focus was to try to ground myself, because I know that if I have some blocks of worry in my body, it might disturb the process of Rapeh. I was trying to ground myself. I told myself that I'm safe, that this guide helped me, and that this is all for me. This really helped me. Then it all started with me intuitively choosing the Rapeh that I want, because there were different types. I had some Palo Santo and some other things to clear my aura, I think. And then came the actual part where the powder sniffs into your nose. So what were my sensations? It's not pleasant. It is actually a very unpleasant feeling that something like a pepper comes to your nose, and you have all the sensations in all the part of the body. You know, if it's in the right nostril, I start feeling my forehead, head. It's very interesting. I inhale, hold my breath, get the sniff, and then I had to very slowly exhale with my mouth only, because the nose is stuffed and you shouldn't do it, because then you might feel the powder coming to your glands, and it's very unpleasant to have those small powders there and you start to cough. So I did all the right thing. I was breathing with my nose, and at the same time I was swallowing the liquids just to have moisture there. And then came the second nostril and after it, like again, something just hit into my head, into my body, and I started feeling my body less and less, even though I felt very cold and as if my body just disappears. And I started to get slightly afraid that I might lose control over my body, and that's why I was like trying to feel my root chakra, Muladhara, to still stay grounded. And at the same time, trusting this, I have my angels. I imagine that all the team of light and the God, the universe is here smiling and saying it's all for you. That really helped me. And I think I was really battling this. What if something goes wrong? What if I'm unsafe? What I'll be the only one vomiting? And I was trying to control it. Even during Rapeh, it was much less, but I was like letting go and trying to feel the sensations. I needed to go back to my seat, and it was very difficult to stand up. I needed to kind of do it very slowly because I felt like my head is dull and I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going, and so I just immediately laid down. There was stress about, is it safe for my body? Like with my mind, the rational part, you know it, but then there is that part of me that panics, and sometimes it was like disturbing for me, the process. But as I lay down, I imagined that I'm in the woods, laying on the ground, the sun is shining, and the plants are just sort of hugging me. They are connected to me. Because my intention for this whole thing was to be more focused, to have clarity and discipline in my life. That is what I really need right now, and I think it's very much connected with being grounded and feeling safe. Because if you have this anxiety and worry all the time, you cannot really be very disciplined. Your emotions will take over you. And so this was a big practice for me to learn to stay grounded no matter what situation it is. And it is, to my body and my mind and everything, it seemed like a big deal getting there, and if I manage to survive it and in a very supportive and mild way, such a harsh experience, I realized one insight. So from now on, now I will share my insights with you. First insight, that to feel safe in your body and trust that everything will be okay, you need to go out of your comfort zone and get into a situation where you might not feel safe, and experience this process of you nurturing yourself, supporting yourself, feeling your guides, the divine powers who support you. And actually in that process you build this inner strength that no matter what is happening with you in your life, you will manage it, you will be safe, and you will be okay. Also in this whole process I understood that I'm being like a bit over controlling. Sometimes in some situations I want to do it faster, also to do the right thing, not giving myself time, for example during that ceremony, to sit a bit longer and make others wait. For me it's still sometimes uncomfortable to make others wait for me or be uncomfortable because of me, but you know, you have this inner process, I want to be with me, I want to put myself first. So that was one thing I understood I should work more on, and detach myself from feelings of others and prioritize myself. I understood that sometimes in my life I'm very charismatic, and most of the time it's very from a pure love, but sometimes I get into this egoistic, charismatic part of myself where I know that I'm charismatic, I'm attractive, and I sort of use it in not the best way possible, a bit with the arrogance. It's pretty rarely, but I understand this is also the part where I could work on and only do it from pure love, and that I just radiate this light. In general, I am very grateful that something like this is in Latvia, that I don't have to travel all over the world to get this ceremony. Very grateful for the guides of the ceremony. I'm happy that my body, myself, my mind, my soul got through it. I had the power, inner strength, the love, the trust to go through it for the experience, and I felt like this gave me a fresh start and understanding how important are the habits, the focus in life, and I don't want to waste any more my time on some random stuff. I want to go towards my goals, my dreams in a loving way. So this was it for my experience. On my channel I also share different spiritual practices, insights, and ways how to live a better, more loving life. Because from early teenage years I was always interested in spirituality and self-development, and now I'm 23 and I just love expanding this topic and sharing my knowledge that was accumulated during the years and all the time working with my energy, and I encourage you to go on this journey with me. Otherwise, comment below if this was interesting for you to hear my experience. Have you ever tried plant medicine? Do you have any worries about trying it? Need it, I'll make another video. Thank you so much for watching, subscribe, and see you in my next video. Bye.